let me know. You ready now? So, on three. 1, 2, 3.
It was a cold winter's day, shoveling snow, and the sunshine was laughing at the rain. So I came up with this little idea. And it became sunshine laughing at the rain. Sunshine laughing at the rain. Only coldness and pain. Yes, only coldness and pain. But now she's gone. She's run along. Sunshine anew. All the rain is through. Sunshine laughing at the rain. Sunshine laughing at the rain. Only coldness and pain. There's only coldness and pain. I searched for one, I ran through 3, and it took your love, girl, to set me free. From sunshine laughing at the rain. Sunshine laughing at the rain. There's only coldness and pain. Only coldness and pain. When sunshine's laughing at the rain. This is a little something I started in Austin, Texas, and way back 30 years ago in '74. Finished it on a trip to San Francisco, my first trip to the West Coast. Hitchhiking, by the way. Wrote this on the road. Called The Reunion. Time to hit the road, yes, to travel all alone. 'Cause all my life I've known that I'd be out on the road, out on the road. Now I'm at the door, yes, and my mind is very sure, yes, of what life as in store. You know that now I'm at the door. I'm at the door. So someday, yes, when I'm old, you know, I'll pack my bag and roll. Yes, I will get my guitar and go. Yes, again, when I am old, when I am old. Yes, at the reunion, at the reunion, yes, baby, at the reunion, yes, at the reunion, at the reunion. I wrote the words to this before, I could do a note. And then finally, I'd say, maybe 3 years later, I came up with this to make it a full song. Just to let you know how it worked, I grew up on the banks of the Connecticut River, and I was sitting on top of Mount Tom, looking down at the Connecticut River. And this is a song about what I see. Up my door, into the valley, I see the pine trees growing. You know they grow so high. Up my door, yes, into the valley. The mountain tops, they catch my eye by surprise. And flowing through those mountains and sparkling freely, you know, in the river I can see a clear blue sky flowing by. And half away there lies a clear, beautiful green meadow, where in the wind you know you're mine. Guess it will fly, yes, to the sky, by and by. Yes, in the valley. Actually, my brother wrote the first verse to this, and I asked him if I could have it and put music to it. If I hold you, girl, in the morning, yes, with thoughts made of melted gold, would you please think of me, because I'm someone who has truths to yet unfold. You know we're here alone and we're together, but oh, we really free that we can see what future has in store, and when our lives will be, will we be free? Yes, baby, after pre-noon, hours pass, you green of the evening will start to fall. That's when the total of this little story, yes, it can multiply this, because if we take, yes, girl, the times we had, and if we look, I'm sure we'll find that the story that we see in us, yes, it can also clear our minds if we give it time. If we give it time. Yes, if I hold you, girl, in the morning, yes, with those thoughts made of melted gold, made of melted gold, melted gold, but melted gold, thoughts of melted gold. Now, as I remember, it was 74 before I went on the road, and I finished this one later. In fact, I got out of service in 74 in Austin, and actually San Antonio, and moved to Austin. And I was playing this, trying to figure out these chords. And Willie Nelson and Jerry Jeff walked up to the party I was at, asked if they could play my guitar, but said, keep trying, I can tell you're learning. And it inspired me, believe me. And I came up with this song, Country Blues. Took me about 3 years to finish it, but here we go. I'm sitting down by a tree, yes, and I'm way up on a hill where I've been dreaming, girl, about you. Yes, I've been scheming about you. You know I've got those country blues. Yes, when I traveled the south and west, you know I was this little thing around, and you know now this bar, he's northern bound. Yes, now this bar, he's northern bound. He's got to leave this town, because he's got those country blues, got those country blues, girl, those country blues, girl, they're all for you. day that I get home to you, girl, it's coming, yes, real soon. You know I can't stay away from you if all I feel, girl, is country blues. Those country blues, they make me think about you, and country blues, girl, they get me down, you know they suck me to the ground. They mess me round when I get to blue, girl, get to country blue, I get to country blue. So country blue, girl, I get to blue, I get to country blue. I had to fight with myself over what to name this, so I put two songs together, and we'll call it Mixed Words, Ragged Tunes, The Ghost of Life You Cannot Fool. Mixed words and ragged tunes and memories of you. You know I hear soft whispers and they're calling me. Yes, but I don't know what to do. But you can't escape the ghost of love. Yes, the one you cannot fool. And every time I try to run, you know I couldn't get too far. You know I couldn't even leave my dreams. No, I never reached the stars. Yes, all the darkness, it left me blind. Yes, with the quicksand at my feet. But we are all but the nature's light, and we're living to find the light. And tell me, can it ever show us the way we can bring new dreams inside? But when your past is facing you, you let it tell you what to do. With all those mixed words, with the ragged tunes, and left them mixing with memories of you, yes, and the girls that we call life, that you cannot fool, you can't fool, you can't fool. And then there was the day that I was thinking of James Ingram and Quincy Jones, and I'm saying, how do they write those sweet love songs like that? And I came up with something that starts something like this. When I'm all alone with these mellow moments, reminiscing about when I met you. Yes, a lonely man could not stop searching. You know the quest was over, my love, when I met you. And you were searching, yes, looking for a reason to find a new love and start a love that was true. Yes, we found a way to emotional devotion. Yes, our family life. Oh, what I love you. So for country blues, please sit down, baby. You know the reunion's here, the valley's near. I see those tears of love today, and sunshine laughing at the rain. There's those mixed words, ragged tunes, and the ghost of life you cannot fool. But I'm all alone, yes, all alone, with these mellow moments with you. Mellow moments alone with you. Well, I wonder how you're feeling. That's ringing in my ears. You know there's no one to relate to except the sea. And tell me, who can I believe in? So when the ceiling's on the floor, you know there has to be a force to do a call. You know the sun's around me shining, but all I really want to know is I want you. Got to show me the way. I want you. Got to show me the way. I want you. Got day after day. So tell me, am I dreaming? I feel so unashamed. You know I can't believe this is happening to me. You know I'm swimming in a circle. I feel I'm going down. You know there has to be a place to play my part. You know I'm what you when you're sleeping. I want your love, 'cause I want you. Got to show me the way. I want you. Got to show me the way. I want you. Got day after day. Hey, hey. I want you. Got to show me the way. I want you. Got to show me the way. I want you. Got day after day.
Hi, my name is Mike, and welcome to independent filming of some street musicians from the city of Northampton. And tonight we're with Daniel. And Daniel is a street musician, and he practices his trade on Main Street in downtown Northampton. Daniel, how did you get into being a street musician?
Well, about 3 years ago, I was playing at the park where the basketball courts are down on State Street. People started telling me, you ought to get a street musician's license and go out there. And I got it, and I went out there a few times. And, you know, at first I felt funny about because I'd only played on the stage before. But after about 6 months, I started feeling comfortable. People started giving me compliments and obviously putting a little money in the guitar case and so forth. And over the years it began to stick. Let me see, I started 3 years ago, and now I'd say in the last year and a half anyway, I've been out there at least 4 or 5, sometimes 6, 7 days a week. And actually I'd rather be out there now than on the stage.
So why don't we, if you don't mind, you did mention that you used to play on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you compare playing on a stage or in a nightclub, if you did that at one time, as opposed to playing in the street? And is it artistically, is it more fulfilling in either place, or what exactly is happening there with that?
Okay, well, when I played on the stage, there were 2 different venues, because before I came back, I was born and raised in Holyoke, but I left for 17, 18 years, and I was a chef in places like Tahoe and Atlantic City and Disney, Universal, and I seconded playing at places like that besides local bars. And like taking the stage at a casino in Tahoe is almost like doing a Liza Minnelli show or whatever. And I love that. The bar routine around here, at this juncture, I would rather be on the streets because, number one, you don't have to get a band and all the equipment, all the practice, all the time, running, looking for jobs, getting the job, getting to it, setting up, you know, dealing with someone else's schedule. I guess all people would love to, if they can, be their own boss, go to work when they want to, take a break when they want to, quit when they want to. And I guess I'm one of the very fortunate ones because I'm not getting rich enough to retire, but
so you're saying
it's a
you
good
have
part-time job. And I probably make as much in 5 hours on an average day as I'd make as a member of a group. In a
no kidding. So you're saying you have a little more freedom playing out in the street.
Oh, a lot more.
You really, you play when you want to play.
And what I want.
Quitting time and what you want to play.
Not that it's a rock bar or a country bar or this or that, right.
So why don't we go down the logistical points of being a street musician?
Sure.
Because you must have to, get in touch with the authorities, let them know you're doing it. Or maybe you don't have to do that. So just tell us a little bit about that. If somebody wants to be a street musician, they want to come to Northampton, what they would have to do.
Okay, you have to, if you want to collect money,
Right.
you have to go to the DPW. It's on Route 9 on the way to Williamsburg, right above Cooley Dickinson and the agricultural school. And you just get the piece of paper. It's for free.
Right.
You can't have any electricity or loud drumming instruments. And they state on it exactly what you can bring, even down to a chair, a guitar case, what you're putting on the sidewalk. You have to sit with your back to the wall, facing the street. And you can't impede, people getting into any business or doorway. Then from there, you take it to the police station, and you show them an ID, and I assume that the only reason they want you to go to the police station and have them sign off on this. Of course, they don't want to be handing out permits to undesirables. What their criteria for that is to deny, I'm not positive. Fortunately, it didn't affect me. So
what kind of information do they want?
Oh, they just want to know what instrument you play. It's listed on your permit.
Is there an application? Is there a form you have to fill out?
No, actually, you just tell them what it is, and they type it in there and hand it to you.
Right.
But
So they don't really ask you anything. They just, all they want to know is who you are, and that you're
where you live and what you play.
and that you're going to be playing out there. Well,
Exactly.
That's good information.
So it's simple to get,
Yeah.
right. I mean, you don't really have to go through any hoops to get it.
Yeah. How about the, get back to more of the artistic part of it.
But before you go on, I'd like to say to add on to that part.
Okay.
Anyone can just go up there with their guitar and play. But you can't collect money without the permit. They can shut you down.
And that's a good point. My idea has always been that a street musician is collecting money, but that's probably not necessarily true. Although I've never seen a street musician without a bucket, a basket, a hat, or the guitar.
Even without the permit,
the
it
guitar,
happens. We'll just leave it at that. I'm sure the police know that too. They have shut a few people down.
But I imagine most people go. I mean, why not if it's they want really limited information?
But there are some kids who go up there just to see how people react.
How long have you been doing it?
The street musician or playing guitar totally?
Street musician in Northampton.
Let's see. I came up here in the winter of '81, and I got it the spring of '81. So yeah, I'm going on 82, 80. Yeah, like I said.
So the musician part or the street musician?
Oh no, street license. I got the license in the spring.
You've had it since 1982.
This is my third one.
Well, that's a long time.
Yeah, this is my third year.
You are a veteran of street musicians.
Well,
that's a long time. That really is.
Well, I even go in the city offices, and now people are saying, "Oh, so you're our city's musician." I said, "Well, thank you for the points up, but I never thought of myself as a premier musician. But I guess I've been out there clocking more hours than anyone else the last couple of years."
Just the artistic part of it is, how are the acoustics? I mean, are the acoustics better outside in downtown Northampton as opposed to a bar or a nightclub or something like that? Or seems to me, when I'm walking down listening to music, the acoustics sound really good.
Well, you know, this is what people tell me. I haven't really taken the time to tune my ear to other people when I'm walking the street. But people tell me when I sit there at cha-cha-chas that they can actually hear me, say, walking up from the police station. And they do mention that there is an acoustical bounce off of that corner in particular. I've also noticed when you're under thorns with the overhang that there's, what would you call it, like a tent over you that holds in the sound and it echoes. And the same if you're sitting in the doorway at the Fleet Bank there. That I have noticed. You can back up and get it to bounce.
How about...
So I would say very good.
Yeah. I think they're good too. I mean, I've lived in downtown Northampton for 4 or 5 years now, and I've always listened to the music because I'm downtown a lot. And I think you're right. I think the acoustics are excellent. Artistically, just to stay on this for a minute, how is it the artistic part of you? Do you really like deep inside? Do you like playing music on the street versus a club?
Oh,
are
definitely.
you able to express yourself more? And
yes, and the difference is it's so individual too, because you're playing for the masses, whether it's on the stage in Tahoe or in a bar. You're playing for a mass crowd that you really don't have direct contact with. Where here people stop up, stand right there, wait till you finish, talk to you. You know, some of them dance, the little kids dancing and enjoying it. And, you know, you feel like you're providing a service at that point that's appreciated. And it is heartening to a musician in a way, you know, and the little kids are, or you just see some person dancing down the street singing the song, even if they go by and don't put anything in the guitar case, it's gratifying.
So from an artistic point of view, this
now
is
you're
really,
an entertainer.
This is really
literally
satisfying to you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
And
I imagine it must be, because I know you really seem to attract a lot of people, and because I've seen you play many times, and I've seen a lot of crowds come around you and sit and watch and clap, and you know that must be very gratifying.
And I tell people, you know, sometimes people don't have any money or only have a few pennies or coin, and I tell them it's what's in the heart that counts. Just the fact that you appreciated what I'm doing is enough gratification. It's what's in the heart we can take with us anyway, not what's in the pocketbook.
Do you play your own music out there, or do you play other popular music, or let's just talk about that for a little while. Do you play certain types of music because it would be more appealing to the people in the street, or you like you said, you have more freedom, so you just do whatever you're in the mood?
It's a guessing game. You know, you're always trying to figure out what the people out there might want to hear. I actually play a couple of 100 songs from the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Kidding. And you can remember all the words?
Oh, yeah.
That's
everything
amazing
from Hendrix to The Doors to Steppenwolf to America, Seals and Crofts. For the oldies, from Candlelight, Little Anthony and the Imperials, the Shirelles. You know, one of the biggest favorites out there is songs like One Fine Day in This Magic Moment. But then, you know, there's the Beatles and, never forget stuff like Jim Croce, whether it's, you know, his soft love songs or Big Bad Leroy Brown, which is, believe me, one of the biggest dancing tellers with the kids. But it's a wide range, and, yeah, there were even some Army recruiters back there eating at Cha-Cha-Cha's last week, and they were amazed that I knew all the words and music to Ballad of the Green Beret. So, you know, it gives you a chance to, sort of like the Blues Brothers, figure out what your crowd wants to hear and try to please them without a whip cracking. But, yes, when it comes to my own stuff, I've been filtering that in amazingly in the last 2-3 months. I'm finding that it works. I wouldn't play it full-time out there because, of course, people react to what they know, what
Absolutely.
catches their ear is
Sure.
walking up the street
Right.
and something like Del Shannon, you know.
Probably people are walking by and,
Oh, yeah.
you know, they're going from one point to another
Yeah.
point, and if they heard something they didn't recognize, they might
Right.
keep walking. you
Oh,
say?
yes, exactly.
So, but if they hear something from the Beatles, or
right.
they might stop. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It really does. I'm not sure how much time we have left here, but so Dan, or Daniel, right? I'm sorry. Where would you like to go from here? If you have any particular goals in mind, is there, and we don't have a lot of time, but is there anything that you would either like to get out of this interview and playing here, or is there something that you're looking towards in the future as far as your music goes?
Actually, I'm trying to get other musicians to promote themselves, is actually what my mission is right now. I've promoted myself many different places. You know, this town's just the ultimate, you know, because it's a small town, but there's so much arts here and so much people who appreciate the arts. And what I'm hoping to do is in the fall at the VFW, just do some shows where kids from around can come in and do their dance routines or whatever they do, if they're just learning a little violin, blah, 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 and give them a place to, and you know, maybe host, and it's just an evening, and it's also a non-alcoholic evening out for the kids.
Right.
So I'm hoping to do
that's
some
important.
stuff like that, you know, and get a mix of the culture and different artists, whether they be musicians or not. But that's my goal right now, to do something a little more than just perform myself. Don't know where it's going to lead. I haven't figured out all of the details.
Well, I think we're running out of time, so we probably have to wrap this up. I've enjoyed this interview.
Myself.
An awful lot,
It's great to
and
talk.
I think in perhaps just this interview and the music that you're going to play for us tonight will encourage some folks that are watching this to you know, pick up a guitar or you know, go get a piano and get some lessons and start playing, and encourage people who can already play to go out on the street. And I don't want to bring any competition to you, but
Oh, no, that's it. It's a big street.